energy-saving devices or facilities will help us to conserve a lot of energy in Nigeria. For instance, if we were to use LED bulbs for all our lighting in Nigeria, we'll release more than 30% of all the energy that could be used in other areas. We'll be saving a whole lot. Maybe 1,300 or so megawatts could be saved in Nigeria if all the lighting points were converted to LED. And then we need a situation where all lighting will be done by solar. It's possible to do that. So having this kind of extra is very critical to enlighten our people, energize our people, and even let small and medium scale, especially small scale entrepreneurs to know that they can, instead of buying, I better pass my neighbor generator for minor applications with the toxic fumes that people inhale all the time, and with the fumes that also affect their eyes. They can utilize solar technology, have much better health, much less expensively, and free fuel from heaven. So it's a win-win situation. So
I see the government keeping into this idea.
Certainly.
That's right.
That's why I'm here. And the Ministry of Power, we are moving very hard to ensure that renewable energy becomes dominant in the country, because we really don't have a choice. We have climatic factors. Today, Africa produces less than 3% of the problems with climatic challenges that we have. But Africa received the brunt of all of this. We have to help ourselves somehow, and that's why it's very critical that we key into. The government is fully in support of renewable energy, especially with sun, solar. If you added all the other components of fuels, whether fossil fuels and others that we can use in generating power in Nigeria, solar solar is far better, greater, and in fact about 3 times the capacity of all the other fuels added together can be gotten from solar alone. So we are moving in that direction.
What is the ministry doing to ensure that policy framework supports the marketplace for renewable energy in Nigeria?
Currently, we have a draft renewable energy and energy efficiency policy. It's in the draft form. It has been presented by me to the Economic Management Implementation Team. Because of the level at which the policy has gone, there is no need now to present it to Economic Management Team, which is a combination of the private and public sector. But the team felt that it can now go to the Federal Executive Council. We've already had a national stakeholders conference and workshop to look at and critique the draft renewable energy and energy efficiency policy document, and that has been done. So in the next few weeks, hopefully, we should be able to perfect it, where I can now go for approval to the Federal Executive Council.
There's a view that most of the solar equipment used in Nigeria are substandard policy, and most of them are subject to importation. Is there anything that the ministry is doing to ensure that Nigeria can actually produce these products?
Well, of course. That's why we have Naseni. Naseni is already producing solar cells, and the solar panels are being produced by Naseni, even though the capacity of Naseni is very small compared to what Nigeria needs. But what we want to do is replicate that capacity all over the country. Second, people go and import. Our people, sometimes they just go and import cheap things that are condemned in other countries and bring in. But Naseni has, facilities for testing the panels to ensure that these things are there. And many of these companies that are here now would not be here if they were marketing fake products. You know, they are here because they have real good products to market. But our people need to be educated. And I believe that's what the press can also help us to do, the media, to know that there are real, genuine ones that will last for a very long time. And the government will be very happy to encourage that.
Nigerians are not very enlightened about the opportunities and the advantages of using renewable energy. And even investors are afraid of investing because they are afraid the market is not there. Is there any way you're working towards promoting Nigerians' enlightenment?
We are doing that. You know, on the 13th of January this year, Mr. President personally, physically, flagged off Operation Light Up Rural Nigeria at Durumi, Shape, and Wak. Now, we use these villages to show that you can give Nigerians 24/7 power supply with clean energy and bright lighting. In fact, the problem we have now, some people don't realize that there is a limited capacity, so they are trying to put in all kinds of facilities. But at least some of them are using their flat screen televisions. They enjoy the World Cup match, you know, matches. They watch it using these solar devices. So at least we've demonstrated that it is possible. What we're now trying to do is to devise a proper policy framework and a marketable, you know, economic framework that will attract private people to get into that kind of thing. And that's why I believe young people can come in, because a young man or a young woman can say, I want to supply to a village. Let me go and do a mini grid, micro grid in a village, collect the money by myself. And it can be done. You know, the technology is now there to, you know, power 500 households, 200 households, 100 households, as the case may be, and you get the tariff. And maybe with 5 years or so, you recover your investment, and the rest of the 15 to 25 years, you make all the, it's almost 100% profit, you know. So I think that's good.
Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, we can take photographs.